All right.
The Earth's clean environment is deteriorating at alarming rates. I have personally witnessed how the environment has been changed by people not caring about it. The river back home is so polluted, but people still swim in it. It's disgusting. Pollution is apparent in today's society. As Christians, we should try to recycle to preserve the earth that God has given us. So today, I plan on focusing on three things. What does the lack of recycling do? What happens what benefits do you get from recycling? And finally, why should we recycle? I know I am not going to give you every single detail about recycling, but I'm going to try my best, and I want you guys to know that recycling is extremely important. So my first question, what does happen when you lack recycling? Well, as you can see in this picture, in the picture that I gave you, this is the Citrum River in Indonesia. All this beige matter is garbage. This river has become basically a dump. And in Anna Corin's CNN article, she says around 30 million people rely on this water basin, and it provides 80% of Jakarta's drinking water. They still boil the water before they drink it, but even if you boil water, it doesn't get rid of that harmful chemicals and the heavy metals that they're drinking. Further in her article, she says, a little further upstream, 10 meters before the water turns black, we meet a man who's washing plastic bags. He will then sell them. He says he does this here because of the strong chemicals in the water. It helps make his job more effectively. So the same people that are using this water for their crops and for drinking are also cleaning things out of it because the chemicals are so strong in it. They're drinking this water daily. They're putting this in their system. It's harmful to their mental and physical health. So now you know a little bit more about why pollution is occurring because of the lack of recycling. I go to my second question, which is, what are the benefits of recycling? Well, the Missouri Department of Natural Resources explained, recycling cuts down on the waste produced by processing raw materials into usable forms. For example, recycling aluminum reduces mining waste, processing waste, and emissions produced by extracting the aluminum from the ore. So by merely recycling, you decrease the demand for raw materials, which decreases the waste in our system, which all that pollution built up from all this waste from raw materials also decrease. The EPA explains the amount of energy saved differs by material, but almost all recycling processes achieve significant energy savings compared to virgin materials produced. For example, recycling aluminum cans save 95% of the energy required to make the same amount of aluminum from virgin sources. For each can recycled, this is enough energy to run a television or computer for 3 hours. So just one can is able to keep your TV running for 3 hours. So the more you recycle, the less energy that is needed, and by decreasing that amount of energy, all that waste that goes into our environment, such as carbon dioxide and all those pollutions that go into our waters and our animals that we're eating, and all that air that we're breathing, all those toxins are actually decreased. So now that you know what recycling does and how the lack of recycling really is harmful for the environment, I go to my final question, which is, why should we recycle? Well, in Genesis 1:31, God says that the earth is good. He doesn't say it's all right or okay, but he says it's good. It proves that God values the earth. And as Christians, we should value the earth just as he does. Recycling isn't something that just affects it now, but the future generations are also affected. If we start recycling, our children, our grandchildren won't have to grow up in a world where drinking water or just breathing the air is toxic to their bodies. So now, hopefully, you've gained a little better concept of recycling and how recycling helps the environment and how God really values the earth. So, as Christians, we need to take a stand for recycling. It's just, pollution's creeping up on us, and we just can't sit back and let it destroy our planet. So, I leave you with this one question. When you walk by an empty water bottle or an aluminum can, are you just going to keep on walking? Or are you going to really take that time to preserve the earth and just stick up for the creation that God has created?